So Chris, we're here for another season of BUCS Super Rugby. How's the team? How are you feeling?
Yeah, feeling really good this season. I've been around the Cardiff University for 3 seasons now as a performance coach mainly, but first year as head of rugby. And yeah, things seem to be really positive this season. And yeah, there's a different vibe around the group. I'm really excited.
So you're in the hot seat now, as you said, and obviously you're saying that you've got a bigger pool of players this year. So hopefully that's a good advantage for you.
Yeah, I think my previous experience with Cardiff University is that we've probably lacked a little bit of depth. I'm not too sure why that is, and I've kind of felt as if we haven't really pulled together enough talent within the university and focus on developing a wider group. I think we've just kind of focused on maybe that 30 group area, and when there's an injury or unavailability, we struggle, and I think that needs to first and foremost be nullified, and that's hence the reason why I pulled in a larger group to get them up to speed a little bit better.
You've always had that close-knit group. I'm guessing that's not going to change, but how are you going to make sure that still continues when you've got another bigger pool of players?
Yeah, I think the unity within Cardiff University, it's a culture that the boys set themselves, and it's a fun environment. It's a brotherhood, if you like, and that always grows and continues to grow within the university, and they set that environment. It's for me to kind of just facilitate and let it grow and let it continue, really.
So 2 seasons ago, it's fallen short of the semi-finals. Last season, finishing 9th. What are you going to use that as your expectation for this season? Because obviously you want to get back to that semi-final stage.
Yeah, look, again, it's more of probably a depth issue. I think we probably didn't foresee certain players being injured or not having that depth in certain positions. Mm-hmm. I think that was probably the issue from a wider an oversight, really, in terms of developing the university as a whole. Mm-hmm. I think you kind of sometimes get lost in that here and now, and then don't realise plan B. And I think that's probably what we lacked. And it's yes, to answer your question, yeah, of course we want to be back in that, those playoffs and trying to push people for that semi-final space and that first space, and that's what we want to do. We want to be winning BSR rugby, and none of us are in this for just surviving, if you like. That stuff's got to stop, and I think that language around Cardiff University has to stop, and I'm going to make sure it does.
As head of rugby this year, then, what's sort of your realistic expectation of where you want to be to come end of the season? Say that's a good season. Yeah,
look, there's, I think, to use your term, realistic aspirations to aspirations. My aspirations and the club's aspirations is to win BSR. End of. I think we've got the capabilities to do it. I think we've got the resource to do it. And as I said, the language around it needs to stop, and we need to be a bit more positive around our environment and really push people all the way. And I think we can do that, and we will do that. And I think realistic aspirations it's got to be top 4. I think that's what we've got to aspire to. Yeah, and go from there, really.
One thing that always gets your uni, but also Cardiff Met going, is the Cardiff Clash. Obviously this year you want to beat them both times, but how are you going to get the better of Cardiff Met this year?
Cardiff Clash, first and foremost, is an amazing event to be involved with. The 2 universities are playing in front of the peers. There's like between 7,000 and 12,000 there. It's an amazing experience for those students. It's an experience that they probably don't get again, later on in their rugby careers. But yeah, the rivalry between the 2 universities is huge. It's prominent. It's a great event to be a part of. But how are we going to beat the Met? Look, I don't know. We'll see how the Met go. It is the second game of the season for us, but we've got Harbury first. But the Cardiff Clash is a massive game, not just for the university, but for the players involved in it as well. So looking forward to it.
Final one, looking into your players a little bit more. I'm going to prod you now for some names. For the viewers at home, who can you look out for this year?
Lots of different players this year, lots of new players coming in. So the existing players would be someone like our captain, Tom Cable. But we've also drafted in a nice French fullback called Anton Leary. Now, Anton Leary has played pro rugby in France. This guy is very talented, and he's something that people should be watching out for.
So maybe BSR's very own Antoine.
Antoine Leary. The guy is passionate about this rugby. Very good.
You heard it here first. Anton Leary.
Anton
Good luck
Leary.
for the season.
Thank you very much. Cheers. Thanks.